How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Dice Check. I'm Zin. This is not Morvar. He's back there.
Hello.
But today we have another special guest of ours. This is a good friend of ours, Jed. How you doing, Jed?
Making it.
It's a little bit of an early morning for us. So,
weather.
Jed is pretty interesting of a dynamic because he is more of a DM than a player, instead of like our other guests, which are more players than DMs if ever. But also, you play on a whole different spectrum than we do.
Yeah, Pathfinder.
Yeah. So, and that's what we're going to talk about. The difference in this episode is what's the difference between 5e and Pathfinder. So sit back, roll initiative, because we're about to get into it. Three, two, one. It's not there. I'm gonna pretend it didn't happen.
What the?
It's a ring.
Did it just fly off?
I was taking it off and I did that and shook. Anyway. Sit back and roll initiative because we're about to get into it. Okay, so obviously there are some differences in that. Different companies, different makeup, different monsters. But they're pretty fun all around. What are some of your favorite things about Pathfinder?
I think from what you tell me about 5e, it's just the customization.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot more in depth you can go with characters and monsters, ability-wise, and stuff like that.
I'd agree to that. From what I've seen, it's like the feat choices and...
The amount of feats in Pathfinder is mind-boggling.
Yeah, especially if compared to 5e. I think.
Yeah. The downside to all the feats are there are a lot of feat traps.
Yeah.
You can get bogged down with poor choices, and it could really just throw off a whole character.
Yeah, but at the same time, the opposite of that, you can make of us some astonishing characters if you choose the right ones.
Easily break the game.
Yeah, that's what we and a couple other people were talking about, how we were level 3 characters who felt somehow godly. It's like, we can do this at level 3? 5e is pretty cool. I feel like 5e is the best one to bring to new players, and how simplified it is. It's very skeletonized.
Yeah.
They've taken out all the non-necessities. They've taken out the number crunching. They've swapped it with advantage. So I feel like, in my opinion, 5e might not be the most customizable, but it's the best to introduce.
Like, advantage is one thing we do not have, but I enjoy the advantage system, and I do tend to use it homebrew. So.
Yeah. I enjoy the skill value system in Pathfinder. I find that to be really cool.
Yeah.
Because we don't have that either. We sort of have it, but not in that sense.
How is it in 5e?
In 5e, you take the stat bonus you get, like wisdom being 16, it's plus 3, and your proficiency bonus, add those together.
Oh, okay.
So they don't change ever unless your proficiency or your stat change.
How often do proficiency bonuses change?
By level, it's like every 4 levels or something like that. So it's a very slow increase.
Yeah. In Pathfinder, it goes up at least 1 point every level.
Yeah, and you have a big choice of what goes up, and I like that. It feels like you've become specialized. So what are the things that you prefer with 5e over Pathfinder that you know about?
There's very little I know about it. The big things are the advantage rolls, probably. To a degree, the summarized feats y'all have. Y'all don't have as many, but some of them are more well-rounded than Pathfinder.
I can see that. I really do enjoy the choices, but I kind of gotten accustomed to the subclass things that 5e does in a way. Because I like customization, which is one of the reasons why I really liked Pathfinder. But it's one of the few things that 5e does better, I feel, in customization is the subclass variants.
Yeah, in ours it's more... There's no subclasses.
Yeah.
What level of what do you want to take?
Yeah. Which is interesting because I'd say you almost don't need it at the same time. Whereas we need it to be customizable.
In one of the games I'm currently running, I have one person, he's level 3, and he's already taken 3 levels in 3 different classes.
Wow.
one level in 3 different
That's
classes.
impressive. And you can do that with 5e, but it's a lot tougher. It's a lot tougher.
I mean, there's drawbacks. If you pick one class and stick to it all the way to the end to level 20, it's really disgusting.
Oh, I bet. I totally bet. There's a few in 5e that are like that. If you can get that last ability, it's done. I asked all the guest players this, or guest DM, I guess. What's one of your favorite moments as either a DM or a player or both?
Ooh, that's hard.
Oh, I know it's hard.
That is very hard. There's just too many.
Well, not the favorite, but a fan favorite.
Mine is the sheer fear my players have towards dragons.
What has instilled this fear, Mr. J?
It's not me. It's just
Really?
they passively do not want to deal with dragons.
You took a note of that, didn't you?
Oh yeah, very much so. It was one part where one of my players was trying to take over a shrine to himself. He was going to be the god of the shrine.
Wow.
So it was, I forgot who it was for, who the shrine was originally for, but I made that god summon a dragon to the area to defend her shrine before you could take it over.
That's pretty awesome.
And they ran.
I bet.
They hightailed it.
That actually reminds me, though, is some of the differences also with deities and creatures. Like, you and me were discussing one creature, a Gibbering Mouther, and when we talked about it in your game, I was like, we're dead. We're going to die. We're done. And it come to find out it wasn't as bad compared to our version, which our version has like 7 just disgustingly terrible abilities that it could like confuse you, it could stop you in your tracks.
Well, probably the biggest thing was I was running a module.
That is true.
That was just straight out the book, what Gibbering Mouther they used. Y'all were probably a little too high of a level to deal with it.
Fair
for
enough.
it to be a challenge on its own, at least.
Yeah. Well, that's why you threw other things.
Yeah.
Keep in mind soon for a module versus homebrew episode. What would you say is the one thing you wish that you could take from 5e?
Dragonborn.
Dragonborn?
110%. Pathfinder does not have Dragonborn.
I cannot believe that. That's the first thing?
The first thing, hands down.
What would I take? I really like the prestige classes. And I know you can have them in 5e if you want to do a little bit of optional rules and homebrewing. But I find the idea of this prestige class pretty interesting.
Yeah, the prestige classes are nice. Some of them are underwhelming. Like, I think the biggest harp is the Arcane Archer. A lot of people give it a lot of knockdowns. It's not as good as the other ones.
Yeah. And Arcane Archer is a subclass now for fighter and arms. Yeah, of all things fighter. So that's interesting, but I'd love to see in like a 6th edition a couple of advanced, very powerful, like level 20 to 30 classes unlocked for 5e, because I feel like that'd be really interesting.
What, like classes you can only take at...
Yeah, like in-game classes.
I don't know. When you start, it's hard to play games once you start getting up to those levels, because the characters just get to the point where I've ascended to godhood.
You're right, and it would definitely require a pretty well-prepared DM, and I'm not probably going to be that DM.
I'm probably just going to be an asshole.
Man after my own heart.
Hey, I threw a Tarisk at my players. I'm about as asshole as they come. Alright, but I think this is a good one. Like, this is a pretty solid conversation. Any final remarks you want to leave with the group?
Nothing that comes to mind as of now.
Okay. You excited to finally get a chance to play a 5e game coming up?
Yes, I am. I really want to play Pathfinder though. That's the thing. It's
that's
like
funny.
I've DM'd Pathfinder for so long now. It's like
I can't help you. I'd have to learn the whole system.
Let's all do it, no nuts.
That'd be like asking you to DM a 5e game right now.
Hey, I don't think it'd be that hard to learn.
No, it's just we got the DM natural setting. It's just we'd
Yeah.
have to learn the rules and mechanics of each. Well, I think that's a good way to stop. Thank you for going on with us. If you had fun with this video, make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment. You'll probably
Not a problem.
another video that we might not be recording right after this. But anyway, thanks for watching. Have a day by me. I'm Zen. This is Jed. More vibes behind us. Take us home.